What is up, y'all? Happy holidays to everybody out there. Hope everything is going well. Make sure you hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe and share the videos. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to everybody who's made that trip before. The Portland Trail Blazers and the Los Angeles Clippers. Man, let's just jump right in and talk about it. You know how we do.
If this world were mine.
So the Portland Trail Blazers played the Los Angeles Clippers out there in LA. A little bit of a slow start. I say little bit in the sense of you can tell that they were trying to come out and play the right way. It was a different lineup also. The starting lineup was Ant and Shai. Remember what I said about Ant being a lead guard in my last video? The starting lineup was Ant and Shai, Matisse and Toumani, and Reith. So of course things were going to be a little different. But again, you guys know how I feel about Ant and Shai. Is the new Chef and Klay 2.0 if they can get there, and I believe they can. I mean, I don't see anything that should stop Ant and Shai from being the next Chef and Klay. Other than, like I said, if Ant's just going to try to carry things by itself, then that's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But Ant played really good as far as being a lead guard and having certain responsibilities. I thought Ant played really well in that role. You can tell he was being mindful of it. And you can also tell that he has to really do it a lot more. I mean, honestly, no disrespect to Scoot. I think Scoot is going to be a good player. But right now, coming off that bench might be what's best for Scoot in the long term. Also, not just short term, but long term. You know, you might kind of want to see what you have in Ant and Shai and how they can download some information and develop a certain type of chemistry and awareness, you know, being in that backcourt together. The reason why I say Chef and Klay 2.0, you know, we see what Ant can do when he's on. When Ant has that laser, you know what I'm saying, precise, we see what he can do. And then, of course, we see, you know, how easily Shaedon makes it look and what he does. I mean, it's really hard to knock down those open threes, especially after you break somebody's ankle and leg the way he did Daniel Tice. You know what I'm saying? That was really hard to make that. I mean, really hard. And he did. Then he had another open three in the corner. Knocked that down. Those are tough. If you notice the open shots that Ant had, he didn't knock those down. Ant's more of a competitive shooter. You know, he kind of likes it better when there's a hand in the face. Not that Shai doesn't. I think Shai is good either way. You know, but having the focus to knock down those open shots is really important. Really important. And Shai did that, which is why I believe they need a little more time in the backcourt together, because Ant has to learn how to see those kick out passes, make those kick out passes, and to make them precise and on target. The draw and kick, because the defense is definitely going to collapse more times than not if everybody's starting to remember what type of problem Ant is with the ball in his hand. So the defense is going to shift, collapse. They're going to do a lot, you know, with their eyes on Ant, turn their head, whatever. That's where Shai has to learn to take advantage of those things and make sure that he is where he needs to be for those opportunities. And Ant has to deliver. Shai has to be there and take advantage of it, whether it's a backdoor cut, whether it's being in that corner, whether it's, you know, being in the dunker spot and fading out to the corner, whatever it is. Shai needs to make sure he's there, and Ant needs to make sure he can deliver that pass properly as he's attacking and drawing the attention of the defense. Deliver that pass precisely. That's what I need to see next. I saw some really good things from Ant and Shai in that backcourt in this game. Some things that they really can build on. Again, you don't have a defensive drop-off. It's just the efficiency as far as the playmaking. Shai is much better at having a point guard role right now than Ant. But you want Shai off the ball. So it's kind of a dilemma. Like, Shai is a much better point guard as far as dribble up the court and make an immediate pass. Get it back, make another pass. Probe the defense, make another pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shai does that. Ant, if he makes a pass when he dribbles up the court, which 3 times out of 5, he's not. You know what I'm saying? If he's dribbling up the court, he's probably going to look to attack or shoot. Those other 2 times, he's going to make that pass. But once it comes back, you know what I'm saying? But he did much better in this game. I'm joking a little bit, but I'm kind of serious. But he did much better this game. He did a good job of playing off the ball a little more to allow Shaedon to have those possessions and make those decisions. He also did a good job of moving the ball at times. I saw some really good plays where he moved the ball. You know, he allowed the team to get in their offense. I didn't see that really at all last game. But a couple times he definitely allowed the team to get into an offense, and it was really good. I saw Coach standing up and clapping for some of those things. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know how much he loves Ant, especially when Ant shows those things. We know Ant can shoot. We know Ant can get you up out your seat with some of those shots. But as a coach, as exciting as those things are, it makes you even more proud when you see him do things to get better as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Start seeing the floor better as a whole. Start understanding the game better as a whole. Start playing the game better as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Man, I mean, goodness, it's really, man. So it was good to see the beginnings of those things, which again, when Malcolm comes back, do you still stick with Ant and Shea in that starting position? Obviously, when Jeremy comes back, of course, he's in that starting lineup. And you're back to him and Tumani, of course, right? And DeAndre Ayton, or whoever's at that spot, who's ever healthy or whatever. But I think you stick with Ant and Shea just for a little while. And then if necessary, you can go right back to Brogg at that starting point guard. But there's really a lot of good options. But I think maybe it might be a good option to see what Ant and Shea can do in that backcourt together, which I think might end up being legendary if things develop a certain way. I think Shea is already on that trajectory offensively. Obviously, there's some things defensively. There's a couple times I thought he should have fought over the screen a little harder. A couple times he kind of got out the way. I kind of knew it was going to be some things like that going on early in the game when a pass was made to him and he was in the corner. He felt like it was going to be out of bounds, which it was, but he just stood there and turned and watched. He didn't make no effort to make sure he couldn't get it. He just kind of turned and looked. Like, okay, it's going to be like that tonight. You know what I'm saying? As far as a couple plays not having the effort or the awareness that you might want Shaedon to have. He's got to learn from that, and he's got to pick that up because he has the ability to be something special. So he's got to pick that up. Those little details are very important to his success. Same thing with Anthony. If Anthony can be a better playmaker, not taking away from what he does offensively, still be the assassin that you are, still be the laser that you are, but you got to be a better playmaker so that when defenses start keying on you, you're just as dangerous making plays for your team because you seem to like to have the ball a lot. Ant has the ball a lot. So you're going to have to make better plays for your team, meaning make better passes. When you make those passes, you got to get them to where they need to be. You got to get the ball to where it needs to be. Repetitions, that'll come with repetitions. Ant's been out, since the first game. He hasn't been able to practice. None of that. Develop a certain chemistry with his teammates. He hasn't been able to do any of that as far as on the court. These are his opportunities to figure those things out. And if he does, again, the Trailblazers, you see how dangerous the Trailblazers already are, still figuring those things out. Credit to Coach Billups for that. You see how dangerous they already are. So when they figure those things out and get healthy, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Trailblazers in this game versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, man, they came and they played. They did their thing. James Harden, but the Trailblazers were right there. You see all them names I named. Russell Westbrook, but the Trailblazers were right there. You know what I'm saying? But so I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.
If this world were mine.